Bing. Okay, am I live? Yeah, I think so. What's going on, guys? Um, hey, morning, Lindsay. Good afternoon, Lindsay. So I'm looking at Hain here, Hain, and I created this red line because I want you guys to see what I see here on the daily. It's pretty much a gap close right up here. So there's a gap from here to here. And by the time this huge green candle, hopefully it closes that gap and then it may retrace itself. That's what I'm hoping the move will end up being. But this is the 15-minute chart. It's gone green quite a bit. The red the 5-minute as well had one red candle, but it smoothed quite a bit. And so this is my 9 EMA at the 5-minute chart, and it has a good 30 cents at the moment. I wanted to spike up, maybe touch the red or pass the red, and then that's where I'll probably look for a possible entry. Right now would not be a good time. I don't want it to go now. Just want it to go up and then spike up and then go back down. That's the plan. Of course, I like to bunch up the candles. I know some of y'all. I had one person complain about that, but you know, my old eyes like to see. It looks more fluid when I bunch it up together like this. I don't want it to go right now, but it looks like it's about to go. Okay, I'm in. 25:30. Shit, I'm too late on the Discord. Now, this could be a fake out, and I'm anticipating a possible fake out here, which is fine because it's not too far away from this one, 45. I'm not using that many shares. I'm using probably 50% shares, and if it goes up to here, I'll use maybe the other. Hey, what's going on, Samir? See what happens. But as usual, on the 5-minute chart, I'm always aiming for this area right here. Either some kind of area of consolidation where it creates like a trend line, a support line, or like the 9 EMA, and this blue line right here, which right at the moment is 25.11. It's going up to it. You just saw it was 25.05, now it's 25.11. So it's going up a little bit. But I want it to come down. So let's see what happens. Well, now I want it to come down because I'm in it. But otherwise, I would have much rather it touch that red line. Okay. This is a Dr. Pepper, by the way. I'm not drinking beer. I don't drink beer. Diet Dr. Pepper. You get used to it. Okay, going back to the 5-minute chart. Sometimes whenever things start going my way, and then I have to increase my own patience. Psychologically, I'll go into the 5 minute chart because all the everything gets cluttered together in one candle, 5 minutes at a time. It slows you down a little bit, or at least slows me down. So same thing as usual. Just watch it, approach the 5 minute, and if it still looks good, then maybe I'll look at the VWAP for to get a little greedy, because yeah, look at it. It's completely outside the band here, and the VWAP is at 2431. So in this case, the band is at 2503, and I don't like to clutter the chart, so one at a time. And then 9 EMA is 2508 at the moment. So I'm just going to type in on the Discord app that I'm covering, just in case it spikes down and I want to get out. I want to kind of announce it as fast as I can. Cover Hain 25 something. Hey Smear, I did think you would drink beer with the build-up you have. Alcohol is probably not a bad thing for a trader. I'm just one of those Asians that turn really red because I don't have the liver enzymes to digest alcohol, so I just can't drink. So, I'm that guy at the club or at the party that's sober, which sucks. Yeah, there it goes. Try to be patient. So I'm just gonna keep myself busy. Go back to the VWAP, see if it went back into the band. The band is 2503 still. But I mean, ideally we want it to come back into the band. So 2431 is what I would call the greedy line. So I think there's still potential for it to go a little bit more. So let's take a further out perspective, like right here on the 15 minute. It's in the 25s. I think that's reasonable. The 25s right here on the support line. You can see that support area where it consolidated a bit. 30 cents will make my day. This is what the 1 minute looks like, which is kind of boo-boo. I mean, look how small these candles are. So so from here on out, all I'm going to do is just look at the level 2. And make sure that the ask cumulatively has larger numbers than the bid on this side, because I want it to go down. So right now it's 2506, and I have some nice numbers here. And now it looks like it may bounce up a little bit, maybe, or it's going to flip around and go back down. I also have the time to sales up on the other side, which is probably more important. This tells you what actually happens, and then the level 2 tells you what could happen. But it's up to you how you want to take it. I mean, you take it as a grain of salt. What actually happens is most important. And there's the down print. So I'm going to cover pretty soon. Just watching the level 2 here. So I got some 3 and 2 here, which is bigger than the 1 and 2. So suggesting it may go down, even though it printed pretty low right there. And there's no volume. So there's nothing telling me that it will come back up. It is printing green, but it still looks good, kinda. But I'm probably gonna get out soon, because I'm chicken like that. Okay. I'm just staring at the 3 right here. Any day now. Okay, 4. Just rallying a little bit. It's in that area. So yeah. I might get out right here. I'm out. 24.97. Just trying not to be greedy here. But of course, like from what the VWAP shows us, I really feel like I'm missing out on a big huge move here because it just got into the band, and you know VWAP's all the way down here. But it's okay. This is, in my opinion, this is good enough to make my day. This one is also a good trade for the intro package that I keep talking about. In fact, I just posted it. I'm still not entirely sure if I want to do it. Mainly because my wife doesn't feel like it's worth doing. And she's probably gonna see me watch this, and she's probably gonna watch this video. But I put up a poll here on YouTube to see what you guys think. And if you could, comment if you think it's going to help you. If I spend $375 with a promo code, because I think it's usually what, $500? What is it? Yeah, it's usually $500. But if I spend $375, I can have a funded TradeNet account of $14,000 buying power. Now that's a far cry from the minimum of 100K on a day trader's platform. But I've created my own little chart here, compared to my 100K chart that's, you know, in this glass. I made one specifically to backtest the TradeNet account, and I think it'll work. The question is, because I'm so used to having close to 100,000 buying power or more. In the past, I tried the student account and it worked great, but trying for 14,000 is going to be a challenge, and I'm more than willing to take on that challenge because whenever I tell my friends just get the student account, it's only $3,000. They don't want to spend $3,000. And I get it, because that's a lot of money to start off on something. And then I'll tell them paper trade, but then everybody has their own psychological issue about actually taking paper trading seriously. And I'm sure all of y'all experienced that when you first started. So if you think you know what's going on, or you think you're that type of person that can counter trend similarly to me, or understand my method, and you've been following along, and you think that you've executed paper trading correctly, and you want to take that extra step, but you don't want to spend $3,000, then let me know. Let me know what you think in this poll here. If you think that taking on this challenge would help you, for me to take on this challenge. In which case, I would get the intro program, and then I would probably let you guys follow along. I'll make a video of me getting the account, just step by step, everything, setting it up. I don't know if I want to do it live, even though I don't think it will bother me much, because there's still a chance of me failing. because of such a low buying power. Not based on the buying power, but because I have, where is it? A $700 maximum drawdown. Which means if I have 2 bad days in a row, if I trade as heavy as I usually do, if I drawdown, by the way, drawdown means that if I lose $700, if I lose $700, then my account's gone. But that's actually pretty good considering that I'm only spending $375. So you spend $375, and if you lose $700, almost double, then your account's gone. In which case, if you want to try again, just buy it again. But this is for new accounts, by the way. So after this, if you fail on this, then I'm pretty sure they're going to make you pay $500, I think. But yeah, I'm more than willing to try that out because I know a lot of you guys don't want to spend $3,000 starting off. And who knows? From my back testing, like a trade like this, according to my chart, if I wanted to go heavy, I can spend about a little over 500 shares. So that's not bad. So if you do the intro account, obviously you have to get pretty heavy into a trade just to make a nice amount of money, right? But it's not impossible, right? So what I just did was pretty much a 30 cent, a little over 30 cent profit. So if you used 500, say you had 500 shares, that's $150. And if you put it in perspective, $150 in under 15 minutes, right? And if you keep doing that, you can accumulate a nice amount. So who knows? It's a good start, I think. The only hesitation I have about posting it is that there's a lot of haters out there. And I wouldn't say haters. There are a lot of naysayers that just hate TradeNet. I don't know why. Because, well, I mean, yeah, I don't really know why. I think, assumably, it's because anybody that buys TradeNet, they'll assume they're not a serious trader. But a lot of these people that are saying this are people outside of the U.S. that don't have the pattern day trading, the PDT rule, in which case you would have to be a serious trader because you're putting in over $25,000. And then there's that discrepancy that every time last time I used TradeNet, even till now, I have these people thinking that I don't know how to trade because I'm using TradeNet. And then I have to explain over and over again that TradeNet's not that bad, and I'm using it as a stepping stone for my students, my friends. It's not something I suggest. And then, back and forth, trying to explain that I kind of know what I'm doing. It gets annoying, guys. It really does. So what I would suggest is that if I ever get too annoyed by the YouTube haters, be sure to get on the Discord app because that's where I'm most likely going to be. And with the stream, there's always that 20-30 second delay, and there's no way to follow me that well with that delay. And also, Newbie Trading Discord also have video. I haven't tried that yet. If I have to go private and not want to, deal with all the comments, I can either just cut the comments out, in which case I can't get any feedback from you guys. But if I do, I'll cut the comments out off YouTube, and then I'll get you guys to PM me on Newbie Trading, where you can ask me the questions directly. That way I can really hone in on the people that are actually you know, not trolling me because I'm sensitive. Lindsay asked, oh, thanks, Amir. Lindsay asked, do you have to be in the U.S. to buy that or use that platform? No, the TradeNet is worldwide, kinda. I'm sure there's some countries that block them, but TradeNet is a nice way of uh, of learning how to trade by using um, that kind of program because it's almost identical to the big U.S. platforms like Lightspeed and Speed Trader. Is nothing. There are two kinds. There are the bare bones types, like Lightspeed and Speed Trader, and then there are the complicated types, like what you're seeing on my screen right now, TD Ameritrade, the Thinkorswim right here, where you can see all these studies, like a ridiculous amount of information. That's why I love this. That and the reason this gives me Benzinga. And E-Trade. I started off with E-Trade. E-Trade was awesome. I love their charting. I love how it's blue and it has that. It's just beautiful. It makes me feel good when I traded with E-Trade. But it was slow. So whenever you have a platform that's really complicated, things get slower. I'm not sure if it was because of my computer, but I'm pretty sure the executions are just slower. I actually had someone yesterday confirm that TD or Thinkorswim was slower, and they were having issues. And that's to me that's almost an obvious thing, because you got something that complicated. Um, yeah. Hey RG, Trader 200. So I think I would like to keep this stream short and sweet. Someone also asked me yesterday why I only trade in the afternoons. It's just my lifestyle lately. Ever since I picked up working with dogs, I sleep really late. I get to work the dogs till they're 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. A lot of dogs that I work with have leash problems. They don't know how to walk properly on the leash, and or they're reactive to the public. So, in order for me to work with that, the easiest way is to start them off at night when there's less people outside, and then acclimate them to. I don't know if you guys want to hear all this stuff. That's just how I work. So that means that, unfortunately, that means if I do wake up early enough, which would be 8:30 for me, to see the market open, I'm groggy. I'm just not happy. You won't see me um, smile at all. I mean, if you watch my older videos, you can hear it in my voice, um, all froggy and just not happy. So definitely, I wouldn't have this pointing at me, because my hair will be like this, and my eyes will. I can already see you guys commenting, "Where are your eyes?" And I'll be like, "I'm just Asian like that. Leave me alone." So it looks like I'm kind of made a good call here. It went down. It went inside the band, and it's chilling. But it really never touched that red line. So I don't know. Maybe it just thinks it's enough to touch wick to wick, right here. See that? Get closer. From wick to wick. Alright, so let me just look around a little bit, and if I don't see anything, I'm out. Let me get rid of this pink line. Oh, this is old news. This was at 109 right here, so it did kind of bounce already. Not much though. Triggered here, it'll be only like a 6 cent move. Oh, this one would have been bad. If you got this one and it just went sideways, that would have... 128. What I'm looking at here, guys, is the daily of one chart, and I see a gap, kind of a gap between the two. This wick tried to reach it, and this one closed it. So mentally, I'm telling myself, is it possible for this red candle to create its wick and then keep and close the body up here in the 108 area? It's possible. So this is something I would like throw on a watch list chart, just to see if it will bounce back to 128, because essentially the body will close this entire gap and it will just have a wick down here. I think I mentioned in the previous stream that what all day traders want is a perfect picture, and end result may be what I'm saying. So maybe along the lines, after it's finished its wick, it will come back up here to 128. But it looks like it did right here, didn't it? It closed, it went back up, it went down, and so that adds to my conviction that it may come back up here later on. But you know, it's all a matter of a signal of when to get in. But of course, to me, this is going to be one of those grinders, and I don't want to be sticking around the computer that long. Ever since I started streaming, my eyes have been really tired. I'm just not used to staring at a monitor like this for so long. But you guys see how it could actually come back up at the end? But of course it's not finished, so maybe it wants to come down. This looks like some bad news, obviously. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm not gonna stick around to have you guys just stare at me walk all around the place. But yeah, check out the if you could comment or check out the poll. Let me know what you think about the intro program. I'm interested. My wife, not so much. She just wants me to be happy. She's a good wife, and she thinks that the more invested I am in this challenge, the more stressed I'll be, and that's probably true, because I have a lot on my plate at the moment. Still trying to get my facility up, and I have, for some reason, the dogs that are coming to me are getting more and more difficult. Jessie, the famous chocolate lab, is coming back, the 110-pound Labrador. He has a book. His mom is an author, and she made a book about Jessie. It was called Jessie Off Leash. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. For some reason I can't find it on my Instagram, but here's me right here, and there's Jessie, 110-pound Labrador. It's pretty awesome. And there's the book, Jessie Unleashed. And of course he's coming to me for leash issues. He doesn't know how to walk on the leash very well. Pretty awesome. It's actually a really good book. So if you have kids, guys, you should check out this book, because it's a rhyming book. I don't know about you, but I was raised with Dr. Seuss. So whenever I get a book that rhymes, I mean, it's not like I get the book that rhymes, but since my wife is a elementary teacher, she reminds me, you know, how beautiful childhood is. Okay, I digress. I'm getting all sappy here. Okay, I'm gonna end this like that, and hope you all stay green, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. All right, take care, guys. Bye.